Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is a big video. It's a big video for big reasons, and I'm going to fill you in with what has gone down because things are about to get scandalous in terms of the Chelsea sell process, what is happening, something big behind the scenes has occurred, and it's come into fruition for all of us to see now. And going into this weekend, let's just say things are about to go up tenfold, maybe 100-fold, maybe even 1,000-fold if we really want to take it there. But we'll see. Anyway, before we get into what has gone down, I had a video idea initially this morning talking about Harry Maguire and talking about the booing and all that. But then I found out what's gone down today, and this has completely eclipsed everything. So I'm not really going to discuss that. Harry Maguire got booed. Should it have happened? Well, he shouldn't have been in the squad in the first place, as far as I'm concerned. Those boos to the player, yeah, maybe not so good, but to Southgate, definitely deserved. However, he's not on the pitch, so it's very hard to boo him when he's on the touchline anyway. It's a complete madness. I want to say a huge thank you to a lot of you who commented on yesterday's video, who got in touch with me on socials, who sent me messages about the unfortunate World Cup elimination. The Africans that qualified, congrats to Senegal, congrats to Morocco, to Tunisia, to Ghana, knocked out Nigeria, unbelievable, and to Cameroon. Yes, unbelievable. I have not experienced heartbreak like I did yesterday. I've experienced tons of heartbreak. We've been there together, when Chelsea have, come just short. Yesterday, I've not experienced anything like that. Being able to score in the 118th minute. There's 1 minute left pretty much of extra time. And we've got the goal. We're going to the World Cup. It's happening. And then it gets taken away from you in a matter of seconds. It's horrible. It's horrid. It's a horrible feeling. I don't wish it on any of you. But it wasn't meant to be. It's as simple as that. So congrats to Cameroon. But thank you all for your messages and all of that. I appreciate it. I saw the feedback. It made me smile. In a time where I was down, it made me smile. But in a time where all of us are down, which is now, is Chelsea Football Club. And what is going on? I'm going to show you exactly what's just gone down, and then we'll get into it properly. So let's check this out from Matt Law. Chelsea chairman, sure, no rules broken by meeting between Tom Ricketts and Paul Cannaville. That is what he has reported. So for those that don't know, there was a meeting that occurred between, I thought it got denied. It's a meeting that occurred between Tom Ricketts and Paul Cannaville, organised by Bruce Buck. Bruce Buck is the Chelsea chairman. He is on the board of Chelsea Football Club. He is the chairman. He organised that meeting. Now, the Daily Mirror came out a few days ago talking about Paul Cannaville, and Paul Cannaville came out and said the statements made by the Daily Mirror were false. So I was under the impression that the meeting didn't take place. It did, so it must have been what they said he said was wrong. Now, in terms of publicly endorsing someone, I think that is the problem that he had with what the Daily Mirror said. But there's a problem with this, because now we know that this meeting did take place. The Times has come out with an exclusive. Check this out. This is going to get sticky. To Chelsea takeover. Rivals angry at preferential treatment for the Ricketts family bid. Now, there's an entire article on this. We're going to get into it in pieces, basically. The Times have managed to create a thread on their Twitter page, Times Sport, on what has gone down. Now, pay attention to every single thing I'm about to show you here, because this is big. This is big. This is, I don't want to say potentially, I think it is scandalous. Let's get into it. Exclusive. Rival groups bidding for Chelsea are angry at what they see as preferential treatment being shown by the club towards the Ricketts consortium. One of the shortlisted consortium's fears that rules of the process have been breached after it emerged that Bruce Buck, the Chelsea chairman, had organised a meeting between Tom Ricketts and Paul Cannaville, the former Chelsea player. If they want the Ricketts family to buy the club from Roman Abramovich, just tell the rest of us now and spare us what is an awful lot of hard work, the bid advisor told The Times. In a letter sent to bidding groups on March the 1st, it was stressed that no contact should be made with the Chelsea executive during the sale. That is something that we need to be clear on. It was stressed that no contact should be made with the Chelsea executive during the sale process. None of the bidders are allowed to get in touch with any Chelsea executive. let alone the flipping chairman of the board. Bruce Buck, the chairman of the club. Unbelievable. Anyway, we keep reading. However, when the Ricketts family realised there was opposition to their bid among Chelsea fans because of Islamophobic remarks made by Joe Ricketts in 2019, Tom Ricketts, Joe's son, contacted Buck to broker a meeting with Cannaville, the club's first black player. Why has Bruce helped Ricketts to organise this meeting? The bid insider said. It's a joke. He's actually helping them to cleanse their reputation when we have all been told we can't speak to the Chelsea executives until we have the opportunity to meet them next week. Reports claim that the meeting took place in the club suite named after Cannaville, with Gray Trousdale a patron of the Paul Cannaville Foundation. Paul gave Tom Ricketts a severe grilling, and Tom Ricketts apologised to him for these comments that had been made by his relatives, Trousdale told the Press Association. And then there's the full story below in terms of the actual article. So not only do we have someone who has made a bid, right, angry, or the other bidders angry of what's gone down here, but you've had Trousdale, an official patron of the Paul Cannaville Foundation, who has confirmed to the Press Association that this meeting took place. And it was brokered by the chairman of Chelsea Football Club, Bruce Buck, which was not allowed. Rules have been breached. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, in terms of this, it seems like it's pretty clear. The Ricketts are being favoured here by Bruce Buck, personally. Now, Bruce Buck, I wanna make something clear here. Because now it's all starting to make sense, and now it's all starting to piece itself together. When we were looking at the whole bid process, and we were looking at, like the Ricketts, they really shouldn't be in the shortlist. They shouldn't have got a shout. What are Chelsea doing? Remember when I was coming out and saying, if Chelsea have logic, the Chelsea board, so Marina, Bruce and Eugene, those are the three responsible. If they have logic, they will not put them on the shortlist. The entire Chelsea fan community, the entire fan base are against this. Surely it doesn't go ahead. And then they made it. Well, now we know who. It wasn't Marina. It wasn't Eugene. It was Bruce. And what a surprise. Bruce was the one that put Chelsea forward to take part in the Super League. What a surprise. So I think now we're beginning to understand who the actual problem within that boardroom is. And it's crazy because it seemed like Bruce Buck for many years actually knew what he was doing. And going forward, he was a good chairman. And then we had the Super League thing happen. And all of us were like, yo, what's going on? And then it came out, it was him. When Petr Cech went to the fans, during that protest, he went back in 20 minutes later. Roman himself intervened and managed to turn it around. Now we're getting this. Bruce Buck seems to be the problem here. Bruce Buck, him. This needs to stop now. This needs to be cut off now. Now, I know some people, it's a clear minority, but it's some that reckon, oh, you know what? The Ricketts, comments were made before. They should be given a chance. It'll all be okay. I'm not cool with that. Even on a sporting level, I'm not cool with that. Because, again, Chicago Cubs. Look at that. Tells you everything you need to know. Whereas all the other bidders seem to have actual teams or affiliations or shares or whatever with teams that are actually doing somewhat decent in their respective sports. This just in itself is corruption. When you think about it, it is. A rule has been breached. An executive at Chelsea, the chairman, is involved in brokering a meeting which he was not allowed to do. Now, Paul Cannaville taking part in this, should he have taken part in that? If he knew in advance that this rule would have been broken in terms of the sales process, then no, he shouldn't have. If he wasn't aware of that, then fair enough, because he obviously has an issue with anything race-related. Remember, he was Chelsea's first black player. He was playing at a time where Chelsea fans were booing him, and then he managed to turn their opinion around because he started banging in goals in the 80s to the point where they were like, okay, we're going to start cheering you now. You're proper Chelsea. You're banging in goals for us. We respect it. And he changed the opinion of people that were racist to, you know what, maybe we've got our thinking wrong. Paul Cannaville done a lot. So if he's gone in with that logic of, I'm going to try and see what they're about, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. It goes the same for the supporters trust, but you've got to keep a guard up. And it's nice to hear that apparently he gave them a grilling. But again, when you flip the coin, What's a meeting going to do? Of course, he's going to tell you exactly what you want to hear. Of course, Tom Ricketts is going to come and go, look, I'm really sorry. You know, yeah, my dad, he didn't know what he was saying. I apologize. I'm really sorry. Okay, we got to move past it. We're not about that life. We're not about all of that. We don't have those views. Of course, even if he means it or if he doesn't mean it, he's going to tell you that. That's why I don't see any point to this meeting. You know, the risk is there. The damage is done. You know, now, what can he do to rectify it? I don't know. And that's the problem. It's too risky. As I've said, on top of that, that's a separate issue when I think about it. On a sporting level, there are better bidders at the table. But the fact that they've had to go down this route, to break a rule, to breach a rule, is insane. And it goes to show that there is a connection here between Bruce Buck and the Ricketts. That can't fly. That can't fly. No. Can't fly. So, yeah, we're going to see what happens. Now, Liam Toomey, who's a very well-connected journalist with Chelsea Football Club, has come out and said this in response to that report that came out from the Times. Some among the sale process have had the impression that Buck is advocating the Ricketts-Griffin bid for a while. So this, even if well-intentioned, really isn't a good look for him. And it's not. And we have Alex Goldberg just down there making his feelings clear, who is American himself, and even more so, we know it isn't even well-intentioned. Well, exactly, it's not. It's not. At this point, it's just a way to get in through the back door, pretty much, without anyone really clocking, except they have clocked, and now everyone knows what's happened, and it can't fly. And whoever that respective bidder is that's coming out and saying, look, if you want to sell to the Ricketts, just tell us and we'll all pack up our stuff and go. He's absolutely spot on. He or she, I don't know who it is, absolutely spot on. Let me just say, yeah, because now we know that there's a link between Bruce Buck and the Ricketts. Stay tuned for what's going to be put forward to everyone within the next 24 to 48 hours. That is what I'm going to say. All right, 24 to 48 hours. From tomorrow onwards, you're going to start hearing things that not just myself, I think many Chelsea creators on all platforms are going to start pumping out a certain message. So keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Tomorrow, you should be getting more information because this needs to stop now. This needs to stop. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below regarding all of this and what I've told you before, what I've told you in regards to the Ricketts, Bruce Buck being involved, brokering a meeting, breaching of rules. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. It's crazy to think it's one of our own. It's our own chairman who's trying to broker all of this. Unreal. Let me know your thoughts below. Much appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. I will see you guys tomorrow for a brand new video. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this. I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good one, people, in a bit. Take care. And peace.